talking there about exporting this file. So now that we've got them, the two different designs laid out on page 1 and page 2, I'm going to export these as a PDF. So up the top here on the near the menu bar, you can see Publish to PDF. I can also go File, and I can go Export, and that will bring me up a box with different options for exporting different files. And I'm going to put it into this folder, which is where I'm going to be uploading all of the course documents to, so which you guys will be able to get your hands on. So I'll save this as an asset for you. Now you can actually export as a PNG, which is great as a transparent background if you did have a piece of artwork just like the Coke logo on its own and you wanted to have that exported so that you can print it directly with the DTG machine, you know, whatever you want really, JPEGs. Anyway, there's a PDF, there's an AI file. You can also change export as an EPS, an encapsulated PostScript file, which is what you would use if you were printing to something like a Mamaki, a big print cut system. Okay, so let's export this as a PDF, and I'm going to change the name of this because the original document name that I had in there was T-shirt layout, so I don't really want that, but I'm going to call this. So let's go Coke T-shirt, Coke T-shirt. Also, I would always recommend that you originally save the file up here. So save as the document name, so Coke T-shirt file. When you export that, they will actually export it as the name of that original file, but then you get the option to change. So it's going to be current document, which is basically all pages 1 and 2, and we're going to go OK. Now CorelDraw is quite good actually, because if somebody did just send you a vector-based PDF file, you can actually drag it and drop it into here or try and open it, and it will do its best to, as long as you've got one of the latest versions of CorelDraw, which pretty much open most things. Okay, so it's going to save you a bit of messing around. I'm going to reduce that file down. I'm going to go over to my other screen, which you can't see at the moment, and I'm just going to open this document here, which is the PDF. There you go. I'm going to bring it back into screen and look at that. So that's what I mean. It's like, it just looks really, really professional. Now, what I like to do with this as well, and what we'll do as a little part of our drawing setup, is we'll make a template across the bottom here, and it can have your company name on there as well, just so it looks really, really professional. I like to put in the box in the corner up here an approval, so you could have the customer's name, signature, and the date that they approved the artwork, and then that just, you know, all these little things all the time are just protecting you as a business. You know, if you do this and you go, what I do like as well is to put on here some sort of dimensions. So the left-hand breast area is normally a maximum of about 100 mil, but when you're printing a circle like that, it's going to appear a lot bigger. So if you did 100 mil, it's going to look quite intrusive over that shirt. I mean, some people are going to want that. Some people are not. They're going to want it a little bit more low-key. So a logo like this, you could probably get away with 100 mil. You could probably get away quite easily with 100 mil in width for the left-hand breast logo. As a circle, possibly 80 mil would look nice. And again, on the back here, we normally run a logo across the back. This would actually really wants to come up a little bit higher now that we don't have that circle on it. But that particular logo there, we normally go around 250 to 300 millimeters wide. This is probably only going to be talking about 200 millimeters because it is going to look pretty big. And also, now bearing in mind, that's something to think about here. If you're going to run that through a DTG machine, it's going to be lovely because it's going to feel part of the t-shirt. And I would recommend, if you're going to do a DTG print, that we do a slight pre-treatment on a white shirt, which just gives a little bit more colour richness to the shirt, because what happens with a direct-to-garment printer is the ink will absorb into the shirt. Okay, so if you put a pre-treatment on there, which we'll show you the practical skills of that a little bit later, it will just help. It will help. But this is ideal for cut vinyl. Yeah, so that's good. So let's stop that course, that section there, and then we're gonna call up another logo, and we'll have another go at drawing something a little bit different.